showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back for another movie review. The movie that I'm reviewing for you today, RESPECT. Yes, respect. Jennifer Hudson is Aretha Franklin in the movie Respect. The movie is directed by Liesl Tommy. This is her first feature length. She usually works on TV. She's worked on Marvel's Jessica Jones on Netflix and The Walking Dead. The movie is starring Jennifer Holliday, Damon Wayans, Forrest Whitaker, Mark Maron, Titus Burgess, Haley Kilgore, and fun fact, Haley Kilgore is Jukebox in Power Book 3, Raising Canaan, and among many, many others. The movie is classified as a biography, drama, and a musical. It clocks in at 2 hours and 25 minutes. It's rated PG-13. And it's kind of suggestive. I guess it should have been a PG-13, but it has some mature things in it for sure. And the synopsis reads, following the rise of Aretha Franklin's career from a child singing in her father's church choir to her international superstardom, Respect is the remarkable true story of the music icon's journey to find her voice. And that is all I'm going to say because this is a spoiler free review. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, you already know what it is. I watch movies, so you don't have to. I tell you what I like, what I didn't like, and a little bit of something in between. And I recommend whether or not you should know or go see it in theaters, which is playing now, or whenever it streams to the streaming service. No judgment. Fun fact. Let's start off with a fun fact, y'all. Aretha Franklin actually cherry picked Jennifer Hudson herself to play her in her biopic. So, what do y'all call it? Do y'all call it biopic or biopic? Let me know down in the comments. So, let's get to the good, shall we? The singing. The singing, yes, God. I had Jennifer Hudson first on the list, even though she is the one delivering the singing. But the singing was just a character by itself. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, yeah, everything. Jennifer Hudson shines in this movie. It's the music for me. She had those mannerisms down from the way she sashayed down the aisle when she made her grand entrance to the way she curled her lip when she sung the songs. Baby, that Aretha Franklin, she was a diva, baby. You better act like you know. She was the queen of soul. So yeah, all the way. I mean, the production value was really, really good. The wardrobe when had when she made her entrance, I mean, feathers, girl, furs, lavish, girl. The girl knew how to make an entrance. Luxury. She did an excellent job with the vocally and in the acting department. Damon Wayans did a good job as well. I was surprised, especially in a dramatic role. Have you seen him do his Barack Obama impersonation? That is exactly what he was doing, y'all. That was, if I could find a clip, I'll put it in there. But that is what he was going for. He was channeling that. He did a good job playing a charismatic, violent, toxic narcissist of a husband. And that's that on that. Forrest Whitaker, of course, his reputation in the acting world precedes him. You know, all you gotta say is Forrest Whitaker, and you know he's coming to complete the assignment. He never phones in. I've never seen him phone in a performance. After all these years, he's still spot on. He played Aretha Franklin's father, and you remember he was a preacher. Now, child, y'all know he was a flawed man, right? Y'all heard about them rumors? I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. But if y'all heard about it, drop down in the comments and let me know what you heard. See if we got the same ear to the curve. But I ain't saying that. But y'all, there was something that he did in this movie that was so shocking that I audibly like screamed in the theater. Like I don't want to tell you what it is because I think it's a spoiler. I think you should have that experience for yourself or whatever. But it was it was good. It was good. It was good. So yeah, he was a flawed man, and he did a really good job. And they did an excellent job in portraying it in the script and in the direction of how he played his character. Y'all, I laughed, I cried, I was triggered. It was a lot. And I think maybe I have a little bit more of an emotional tie to it, because it was very drama filled. Uh, I felt every bit of the pain that she experienced. I have a trigger warning, y'all. Abuse, all kinds of abuse. Name it, it was there. That's why I was saying that I was like PG-13. I was like, oh no. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just be warned. The movie spanned from 1952 to 1972, I believe. So we saw her very early on, from when she was singing in her daddy's choir, like her preteen years, up until she was about 30. Yeah, something like that. We saw the traumas that took place when she was very, very young, that set her down a course that her life actually took. Um, Okay. So I'm about to tear up again just thinking about those scenes. Okay, but anyway. So let's move on. She was very much into activism. They showed her during the civil rights era, her relationship with Martin Luther King, and they actually touched on some things which I appreciated. They really touched on some things while they didn't touch on a lot of other things, which I'll get into in my cons. But I really appreciated the fact that they really opened her up to, that was a big part of her life, her activism and stuff like that, before she got into music professionally like that. I love the way they show her musicality, how she arranged the music, how she worked with the choir and the background singers, and telling them about their bravados and how long to carry a note. And to I was like, this girl, you better do it. So yeah, full on display how she worked with the band, how she arranged the music. Like, she would come in on her piano, and then she, as she was hearing it and as she was singing it, she would tell another person to come in on bass or come in on the drums or come in. Mwah, love that part. I always like that part. Like, you have to have that. That's what I'm saying. Like, people say it's tropey, but when you're dealing with a musician's career and stuff like that, that part is important to me. That's just what I think. Of course, they showed the world through the eyes of patriarchy. The men in her life, being her father and her husband, they just felt so entitled to her. Like, she didn't even it didn't even feel like she had her own autonomy of her own body. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so messed up. Like, they felt so entitled to her talent. Like, she couldn't have nothing. Like, I was like this. I was not here for it. I was not. But she finally found her voice. And that's what I loved in the direction, that we saw some things like I didn't know. Like, if you would have told me, I would have thought Aretha Franklin came out the gate, had the like top of the charts. That's what I thought she was giving. But apparently, once she found her voice, she got there. I appreciated the wardrobe. I think I already said that. J Lo looked. I mean, J Lo. J Hud looked the part. Um, I know I praised the movie a whole lot, but there were a few flaws. Starting with pacing issues. Um, I enjoyed it because I don't like a montagey film. I don't like that. I like that they let the movie breathe, and we was in this era and we was in this era. And so in the second act, where the bulk of the meat of the potatoes, yeah, it was kind of it was kind of a little long. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it because I appreciate a musical letting the music breathe, letting the circumstances of what she was dealing with, I was fine with it. But I think that there were some structural issues. I think and I think this is what I think. I need to watch some what do you call them things? Interviews, the junkets, where I wanted to know what the director was thinking when because there were some major issues or things that she went through that was kind of glossed over. Now I'm thinking she doing it out of respect for the late great Aretha Franklin, because you don't really want to touch on such a bad time in the life, and just kind of dwell there. But I think maybe if it was like a line of dialogue that could give me some clarification or something like that. There were a lot of different things, like you were thrown into something and you saw somebody and you was like, well, who is that? Like, what's going on? Like, where he come from? Like, you would see things happen, and you just didn't know what actually happened. It just wasn't clear. So starting with her first two children. So yeah, I think the director wanted to be a little bit more tasteful and respectful to Aretha. Um I enjoyed the music in the movie. It didn't feel rushed to me. Like I said, I liked that it took a breath to kind of pace itself. Jennifer Hudson character doesn't seem her portrayal of Aretha Franklin didn't seem sassy enough for me. If that makes sense, does that make sense? Not sassy enough. She had some moments, like I said, she was doing that sashay, honey. But at the same time, I feel like in the clips that I've seen of her, she's been very, very like shady boots. You know what I'm saying? She just felt a little subdued in here. We have familiar story beats, tropey, formulaic. Those are the words that kind of bring to mind what's going on. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Now, I've heard these critics say that that's a bad thing. They were bored. They didn't. Okay. Y'all are entitled to your opinion. That's why I'm in this space talking about a black movie. Okay. So I didn't mind it at all. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Before I give you my overall thoughts on RESPECT, the Aretha Franklin biopic, why don't you take a moment and follow my social media? It's right there. So overall, I thought it was a good, decent watch. Jennifer Hudson shine. The talent that they had, Forrest Whitaker, Marlon Wayans, larger than life. The acting was very good. The music was on 1,000. The wardrobe, baby, give me them feathers, girl. Look, but like I said, there were some things that was kind of glossed over and wish I had more clarity to. But like I said, I laughed, I cried, I clutched my pearls, darling. And if you can get that from me, I think you've done your job. Okay. So what I say is that I give RESPECT 4 out of 5 stars. And go see it in theaters or stream it whenever you want to. Okay. All right. What is your favorite biopic? Mine is What's Love Got to Do with It. Now, What's Love Got to Do with It is a 5 out of 5, baby. Period. 5 out of 5 for What's Love Got to Do with It. That is my favorite. And it was an atrocity, a miscarriage of justice that um Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne did not get any kind of award accolades. Miscarriage of Justice. What's your favorite movie? Get down in the comments and let me know. Who do you want to see next? We've seen Aretha Franklin. We've already seen Whitney done. But who else, y'all? Who else? I don't know. Get down in the comments and let me know. I'll think about it and I'll get down in the comments and talk to you too about it. So yes, y'all, I give a deeper level of respect, pun intended, to the icon, to the legend, to the queen of soul, Miss Aretha Franklin. Now I understand why that funeral was 8 hours, because she deserved. And that is it, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you come back. I appreciate you spending your time with me, and see me back in the next one. Peace out.